Kate Middleton today paid a visit to Shout, a mental health text service that she set up in 2019 alongside Prince William, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as part of the Royal Foundation in May 2019. The Duchess of Cambridge today paid a solo visit to a mental health service she set up with Meghan Markle almost 3 years ago. Shout, a text service for people struggling with their mental health, was Kate and Prince William's first major project with Meghan and Prince Harry. It launched in May 2019 following a £3 million investment from the Royal Foundation, when the royals were dubbed the Fab Four. However, today when visiting the service in London's Notting Hill, Kate was flying solo as she met volunteers and those who have raised funds for the organisation. Among them was a teenage scout who raised £8,000 for the service by sleeping outside in a hammock for a year. Kate met Leo Street, 13, and called him an inspiration after he braved temperatures as low as -5 to raise money for the charity. The Duchess, who wore a £355 olive green derrick lamb dress and £10 ASOS earrings, joked, "There really isn't a big enough scout badge for that. What you achieved is really inspiring. You must have had some impressive kit to keep warm," she said. Leo, from Swanley, slept under a heavy-duty tarpaulin to shield him from the extremities of the weather. He told the Duchess his next fundraising adventure will be to cycle to Scotland during half-term. Mark Unglis, 49, an analytics expert, said that children as young as 13 and under formed 8% of their texts, which are received mostly between 10 p.m. and midnight. "I told the Duchess we were surprised by the number of very young people reaching out in the time too. It needs addressing," he said. Kate's visit to Shout was to mark the mental health text service reaching over 1 million text conversations with those in need and struggling to cope. Shout has seen usage on its platform increase by 140% since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and Kate was hearing how it needs more volunteers to join to ensure it can meet growing demand. The Duchess was also told that conversations taking place on the Shout can be used to provide insights on mental health in the UK, with suicide, 34%, depression, 32%, and anxiety or stress, 31%, being cited as the main reasons why texters have sought support. During the visit, Kate also viewed a live demonstration of the platform before joining a small group of Shout volunteers to hear about their experiences of helping those in distress. Meanwhile, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spent more money on legal fees for their charities than they raised in 2020, filings reveal. The Sussex's U.S. charity Archie told the IRS in December that it raised less than $50,000 in 2020, only opening a bank account last January. And documents for their UK charity Sussex Royal, which changed its name to MWX Foundation in 2020 and is currently being dissolved, show that between June 2020 and June 2021 spent more than $55,000 on legal fees including attorneys' costs for wrapping up the non-profit. Meghan and Harry's charities have been mired in controversy since their launch, revealing family divisions, and were hit with a UK watchdog investigation and criticism over their use of opaque and secretive Delaware corporations. UK Companies House filings show the defunct British charity had more than $380,000 in its accounts in 2020, and spent at least $55,600 on attorneys, including about $35,000 to Harbottle and Lewis and $20,600 to an unidentified law firm. The Sussex's American charity Archie was set up in April 2020, but did not open its bank account until January 2021, their lawyers say. Archie received its first deposit the following month, according to the foundation's filings. Charities are required to file a public Form 990 with the IRS each year which details their finances. Most charities that receive less than $50,000 are only required to file a postcard with some very limited information. This month, Harry and Meghan's charity told the IRS its gross receipts for 2020 were less than $50,000. The lack of donations to the former royals' charity in 2020 could come as a surprise after news of its launch made headlines around the world in April 2020. But sources close to Harry and Meghan told The Telegraph last year they were delaying any official Archie projects to focus on the coronavirus pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement, and would begin in earnest when the time is right.